James Tigers here. I did not change that, did I? First pitch is a strike. Hudson at bat first. Lebanon was the other night. And, of course, the St. James Tigers wearing the red out there. Waynesville Tigers wearing the black. Off the 1-1 count, that's going to be a short hit. And I believe that's going to be tagged out at the second base, going for the double. Couldn't hang on to it. Big first out for the Tigers. So first out of the game is by Hudson here.
St. James, J.D. Mirror.
Mirror up to bat for St. James. Here it is. Here's one of them. Sorry about that. Getting my logo for St. James figured out here. So we have one out here already. Mirror up to bat. Mirror's going to get a hit first. And that's going to be fair. And the ball will get loose on the throw. However, we're going to have another double this time. Plenty of time to get over there for St. James. It is senior night here tonight. Also got our special camera that we're experimenting with right here, our batter's camera. Don't worry, I won't do that too much longer there. But anyways, that's what that is for. Pretty handy little camera, at least. And that first pitch was in the dirt. No, I'm good now. Yeah, there you go. And again, 1-1 count here. Oh, I'm on the wrong one here. Mitchell's up to bat. He had a leadoff double. Mitchell, the third batter of the night. 3-1 count for the Red Tigers here. And at the plate for Waynesville is 24 Pondrum. This is going to be hit, but it'll be a fly out between first and second.
Second out. Short in fly ball. Next up.
That will be out number 2. Plummer coming up to bat now.
Number 21, Drake Plummer.
So 2 outs now in the ball game here. In the top of the first, just a 3-inning JV game to follow this, so not a lot of baseball afterwards. Runner safe on the steal. And getting everything reset over there. Came in a little bit quick on that. St. James in scoring position here, 1 out. Waynesville Tigers coming up to bat next. That ball is foul. So just like that, an 0-2 count for Plummer. On the Tigers side of things here, Zuber, Thompson, and Heberling for the Waynesville Tigers. And we're going to have a hit batter here. Runner will be awarded the base.
As the runner gets hit by pitch and advances to first, up next.
McCormick up to bat next for St. James. Runners at first and third for McCormick.
Number 27, Charles McCormick.
So anything outside of the baselines will bring in third most likely, unless dangerous shot there. That's going to be far foul behind the plate, but that could have popped up and that could have ended the inning very quickly. And 2 strikes again on St. James. So McCormick 0-2 now. This pitch for strike 3, that is going to end the inning. That will leave 2 Tigers stranded. Freeman, the Waynesville Tigers. These ants are everywhere today in this press box. Zuber is going to get a little doink shot out. Second baseman will come across. Zuber will be safe, I believe. He made the throw on that.
Safe at first. Up next, number 2, Mason Thompson.
So Thompson up to bat. Zuber on the first pitch, able to get a single out there. A little dropped right between second and third in the shortstop area. And able to get himself on first base. Thompson up to bat now. Thompson with the bunt. That is foul. Just enough to get the Tigers. Second base on that as Zuber will advance on the bunt. Heberlein following this, and then Sudfin. Oh, actually, no, that was foul, so runner back at first. He made it all the way to second, but did not get the base. Almost made it. It is senior night here. We'll have our senior night activities streaming for you right after the varsity contest, whether it be well, we may delay it a little bit depending on how quick this game goes here, but officially after the end of this game. Soccer did have a delay in theirs due to the way earliness of that finish last week or a couple weeks ago. 2 strikes. Throw to second. He is safe. That steal is good. 1-2 count to Thompson here. And runner at second now for the Tigers. Zuber, the leadoff batter, able to get that single strike. First out for the Tigers. Heberlein coming up to bat now.
Well, that's for the Tigers. Number 4, Ethan Heberlein.
So Heberlein batting third in the lineup tonight. I did not write the positions down, so just don't ask what their positions are, and we'll be okay. I should have done that, by the way. That pitch is a strike. Good pitch down the middle. Of course, Heberlein getting ready for the pitch there. Our test camera, seeing how the wireless does. First attempt failed, but second attempt working so far. That pitch is high. That'll even us out at 1-1. One of my wireless mics already quit working. I guess the battery's dead already. So anyways, some technological issues here. Last pitch was a ball, 2-1 to Heberlein. I believe that is a strike there, 2-2. So count evened up right now. Really a batter's count, though. I mean, they're going to have to throw a strike here, give it something for the Tigers to hit. And that's going to be away. That's going to make it a full count. I think he was trying to get him to reach. Did not go for it. Runner's safe. Another strikeout for the Tigers.
Steal to third, safe. Up next to bat number 7.
So with 2 outs, Sudfin coming up to bat. And this is belted. Is it fair? It's going to keep going to the right. And it's going to go far enough to the right where ain't no one going to touch that one.
High fly ball to left field.
That is a very, very long strike for Sutphin on that. That pollen is special today, by the way. It is something fierce. Testing a different microphone, so the audio is going to be a little different here. So bear with me if it does have any weird issues on that. If not, we'll go back to the trusty old original one. Zuber, leadoff batter, still at first. That's a strike, and that will end the inning. 3 strikeouts. Just like that, it is 4 Tigers up.
That's the end of the first inning.
I'm experimenting here for you guys. First pitch is not going to be a strike. Had the curve on it, but didn't fall quite right. I would say that almost was a strike, but it was close. That one's a strike, swung and missed. Oh, there we go. We're going to have our special batter cam on the screen for you here. Freeman on his 4th pitch of the at-bat. That is a strikeout, so 2 strikeouts for the Tigers in the game. 2 in a row for Waynesville. 3 in a row for St. James right now. Pitching is doing what they're supposed to at the moment here. St. James did get 2 base runners, but left both of them stranded in the first. Tigers left a base runner stranded also. St. James, a little hopper. And that's going to go down as an error. Runner is safe.
Runner beats it out at first. So you got St. James on.
So Vonning with the
Max Wilson.
first base out of that. It is an error, though. Wilson up to bat now. Throw to first. Safe at first. No attempt to go too far on that. Again, we got our special batter camera down there, seeing how well that works. So far, it is working well. And the first official pitch is the ball. That ball is going to be a ball. Runner is out. So second out, the Tigers have tagged on second tonight. Great work by the second baseman.
With the runner looking to steal second base.
And that is 2 outs now in the ball game for St. James. That means Wilson, the only opportunity here. I believe 3 strikes or 3 balls now. Nope, 2-1. I don't remember that, but it is officially 2-1 here. Wilson will pop this up. This looks like it could be, nope, that will be a single.
Pop fly drops.
And
Number 19.
that will be the second error of the night for the Tigers. Millsap coming up to bat with 2 outs. Hold on here. I thought we had a DH. Why is the batter hitting here?
Center field.
Or the pitcher hitting? Well, Millsap is
Caught up in the
going to score. Or get on base, not score. But
for St. James.
he'll get a single out of that. That'll advance the runner.
Jesse Hudson.
So I'm guessing Pearson. Okay, so 28. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Have to fix my book here. So apparently, the pitcher is pitching for him, or batting for himself once in a while, too, there. And that will be an out. So we'll be back after this. Leading off for Waynesville. And the first pitch was away. Second pitch right to the pitcher there. Had to protect himself. And that will go down as a single.
Straight shot down the center line. Make it out to first. Up next, number 24.
Looks like he is all right there. Having some weird light issues out there. Something about the net. I don't know. I think that's my screen going bad, actually, on this laptop. Second pitch is a strike. So 1-1 count here for Pondrum. Something with the video, I guess. It's not on my end. But anyways, I'm not sure why it's doing that. One and 2-1 count, I believe, actually. Wait for the scoreboard to update. Runner at first for the Tigers, though. And actually, I'm guessing that was a strike.
Up next with the Tigers, number 5, Cale Warren.
So first out, Warren up to bat now. First bat of the day for Warren also. St. James Tigers on the mound in red. That ball will get away. Runner does advance on the wild pitch, and that will move Althusius into scoring territory. Left Zuber stranded. Led off the first inning. Tigers with a hit to start the second inning here. I think the screen thing's... Oh, I don't know what it's doing. It's just doing something weird. Something about that white is not working well on the screen. Pitch inside, 2-3-0 count. And 4-0, that will be our first walk of the game. Tigers runners on first and second.
Base up next, number 10, Chase Hankins.
And the bunt is enough to get runners advanced. So runners will move to second and third after that. And that will be the second out of the inning here.
Number 9, Luke Cassidy.
So good play on that, Luke Cassidy here. We'll call that a fielder's choice. Because definitely could have gone either way. I would have probably gone to the closer batter to home plate, but and nowhere to go. Good defense of the plate on that. That's a ball to start. This is hit deep. It will fall. Tigers bring in 1. They'll bring in 2. That's a 2-shot RBI for Waynesville. And that will leave the Tigers on second base, still with 2 outs to go.
That double. 2 runs being brought in. Up next to bat.
With 2 RBIs also on that at bat. Zuber back up to bat. Zuber had a single, got stranded at third. Tomorrow we'll have Waynesville Lady Tigers soccer. That will be against Glendale. And then we'll be back here again for some COC action for some Tiger baseball again on Thursday. So 2 more games in a row for you to check out here on Allen Hilliard Sports. And foul ball behind the fence off the dugout. Oh, I say fence. There's not a fence here. This is a very big net. So 1-1 count for Zuber. First inning went fairly quick. Second inning slowed down quite a bit. Strike on that. 1-2 count now. First at bat, Zuber belted one off the first pitch, so you don't have a lot of pitches in this ball game going against him yet. I'd be swinging something just on the outside here, and that's what they're going to do. That's a strikeout. That will end the inning. And we'll be back after this. So back here, it is the top of the third. We are right. I actually changed it on time for once, like I should have. Mirror up to bat. And that is so long out. That is a good catch by the Waynesville Tigers on that. Mitchell up to bat. So 1 pitch, just like that. We have 1 out already here. See if this does it with those. Foul ball. Yeah, something with the back there. Maybe it's working now. Yeah, now we're working. I don't know what was going on with that, but something with the video. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch is a ball. Mitchell flew out in the first. Two and 1 count. This is hit again out. That is going to be caught this time by the left fielder. So 2 outfielders in a row, 2 outs. Plummer coming up. Plummer was hit by a pitch to get on base in the first inning. Plummer's going to hit this deep. Is it going to be 3 in a row? Make that 3 in a row. 3 up, 3 down. So 3 up, 3 down in that inning with St. James. Just 9 pitches. Thompson up to bat for Waynesville. First pitch down the middle. That's a strike. It's a pitcher's duo right now. Pitch high. That is a ball. Thank you for joining us. We have some soccer tomorrow, some more baseball on Thursday. Springfield Glendale is one of those. I think they're soccer. I'm not sure who we're playing in. We may be playing Glendale on Thursday. But either way we go, we've got plenty of baseball action here for you. Foul ball, 2-2 count. On deck, Heberlein and then Sutphin. Sutphin hiding in the hole. Foul ball. So still 2-2. Thompson fighting his way here to stay in this. And looks like he will earn a base off of that.
Number 4, Ethan Heberlein.
So first walk of the inning here. Heberlein up to bat for the Tigers. That first pitch is going to be a ball. And 1-1 count. Strike looking. Good pitch on that for St. James. It is actually 2-0, by the way. Waynesville did score 2 runs in the second inning, I believe.
First off for the Tigers, number 7 up next, Carson Sutphin.
I did not put them down on here, did I? But there we go. Now we fixed it. First out for the Tigers. It was right on my one thing, but it wasn't done on the book. It happens. One out for the Tigers. Good slide. That is safe at second.
Go ahead, Seal. Safe at second.
Pitch was also a strike for both Tigers, I guess, technically. Second pitch on the way. Nearly hit him. Wild pitch. Defensive throw to third, preventing the runner from moving. Good play on that. 1-1 count. Runner still at second base. That is Thompson still at second base, specifically. And we're going to have a little discussion here, pitcher and catcher. Sutphin struck out in the first. Again, just 3 pitches on him in the first inning, and 3 in this inning, or 2. This is his 3rd pitch. He's going to hit this one deep. That's going to go.
Deep shot just over their heads.
And that will be a long double here. And Thompson will score on that. So that's a 2-base RBI right there.
Up next, number 23, Parker Althusius.
Thompson will score. It's the first run of the inning for the Tigers here. Now, some of the full screen of my computer is not doing very well with that white background. But anyways, first pitch is a strike for Althusius. Tigers up 3-0 right now. St. James, second pitch on the way. Foul ball. Off the net. Strike number 2. Both these teams pitching well. Really surprisingly, both these teams doing well here. Two or 0-2 count for Althusius. The pitch is away. Pitch is strike out number 2. That is 6 strikeouts now for St. James in this contest. Pondrum up to bat. Runner still at second for the Tigers. 2 outs. Pondrum struck out in the second. And it would be a fielder's choice. He's batting in the 5 spot. Waynesville Tigers up 3 after another run that last inning. Foul ball to start this. That is out to the left. Yep. That pitch is just high. Going to be ball number 1. 1-1 count here for St. James. McCormick specifically. That is a little golf swing here. Can the Tigers get to it? It is fair. And that's going to be a very long single for McCormick.
Just makes it in for a fair ball out to right field. Up next to the bat for St. James, number 5, Hunter Freeman.
So Hunter Freeman coming to bat. He struck out in the second. He was the first out of that inning. Tigers get a leadoff batter here for St. James. And this one is going to be deep. That is caught. So that will go down as an F8 here. And Lawning coming up to bat. Lawning made it to base on an error, eventually being tagged out at second. That was in the second inning. So 1 out, runner still at first. Runner takes off. Little bunt goes straight up in the air and nowhere to go on that. That will be strike number 1. That pitch is a little bit high. That is ball number 1. So 1-1 count here for St. James at the plate. Pitch outside. That'll be ball number 2. Again, Lonnie had reached on an error. Three and 1 count now as the balls have started to stack up here against the pitching side of things. They're going to have to get something down the middle. And not the throw they were looking for here. Not sure what happened with that.
He thought he was taking the steal and then decided to hold it the last second.
But no foul on that. No one got lost. And that is a strike, though. So it's a pitch they wanted here. Probably something inside. Try to get the batter to swing at it. There's the inside pitch, but it's going to be a ball. Runner on first and second.
Up next, number 26, Max Wilson.
So McCormick at first, McCormick on second, Lawning at first. Wilson up to bat. Wilson reached on an error. Also stranded at second base in the second inning. It is the top of the 4th, actually. It's 4th inning. Yeah. First pitch is I think it was a strike. I'm going to guess. I don't know. We'll go with ball. Second pitch from the Tigers. That is... Ooh, should have been down the middle there. But not quite in the strike zone. Runners at first and second here. Throw back to second. Good throw on that. But runner able to get back to the base. Real good awareness by the Tigers. Foul ball. Runners will go back. That's our first strike of the at-bat. 2-1 count here for St. James. Wilson currently at bat. Just one out. Swing and a strike. 2-2 count. And over to third. That'll get through. That will be an error. Runners will advance. No one will go to first, but bases are loaded now.
Third base. Got bases loaded. Up next, number 19, Cooper Millsap.
It may not look pretty on the stats, but Wilson will get on base with 2 errors in this ball game so far. It is Millsap at... Yep, Millsap is up at the plate still. He's listed as the DH, but he's not using the DH. A little unusual there. I mean, it's not the first time, but normally they just come in like one pitch late in the game. However, that's not the case here. 2-1 count. But again, thank you for joining us here. 3-1 count now. A walk will score a run. Decision-making time, you're going to have to throw a strike out of this. There's not a lot of other options to go for. Foul ball, there you go. Good play. Force the batter's hand and Now we have a full count here, so batter's going to have to do something. Pitcher's going to have to throw something. Can't throw a ball, though. And that's what happens. That's going to be a... Okay. Either way, it's going to fall the same way, but St. James will get that run. That was added on there. And new pitching change. It is number 15, Hudson. Actually, no, Hudson's the one batting right now, but we'll get to that in a minute here. His first pitch is a ball. It's 15 for the Tigers here. I do not have a roster, but there's one sitting over there from the Willard game. I'll grab that real quick. Pelkey is the new pitcher here for the Tigers. And that is over to second. Has the out. Force at second. One run did score.
One run coming in. 2 outs thrown at runner at second base. Up next.
So 2 outs on that.
Number 23, J.B. Mirror.
Mirror up to bat. So that would be a single for Hudson. But tag is out.
And the first baseman got tagged, got in the hot box.
Pelkey in place of Warren. Oh, and 2 count here. Sorry, writing everything down. And strikeout. That is number 7, I believe, for St. James in this ball game. Should be Hankins coming up to bat.
Tigers up next. Number 10, Chase Hankins.
So Hankins up to bat. 3 pitches and a strikeout for the Tigers, Red Tigers. And the Orange Tigers up to bat. It's Waynesville in the black with orange uniforms. And this pitch will get away. No runners to do anything with that. So 3 balls on the count. I wouldn't say it's time yet for St. James to worry. They've done pretty good so far here. First, actually, like 3-0 count, I believe, in this game. And that's going to be a walk, so that will put our first Tiger on for the bottom of the 4th inning. Coming up to bat, Cassidy. Cassidy had a double and brought in 2 RBIs. He brought in 2 of the 3 runs for the Tigers. That was in the second. First pitch is low, so the pitch's accuracy is getting not quite as good as it was earlier. And again, just high, similar pitch to last inning there. Good ball placement, just a little bit high on the break. Of course, you got the smaller camera there that you could also look at. That is a strike. Runner safe at second.
Runner advancing to second base.
I believe that was a strike here. 2-1 count. And 2-2 count now for Cassidy. So Cassidy, he can take a pitch here. Be a little more cautious on this. On the other hand, St. James, not the pitch they wanted. That will load the base. Well, that will not load the base. It will move a runner in scoring position. And he is tagged out.
And gets caught up and tagged out by the pitcher.
So that'll be out number 2. No one on base.
The count 2-2.
Cassidy should be 3-2, I believe, here. Should be a full count here, actually. But either way, foul ball. This will go back. We will continue play. And trying to make it over. He made it over to first. So dropped the pitch on the strike.
Safe. Up next to bat, number 6, Justin Zuber.
And that will give Cassidy first base on that. Zuber up to bat. Zuber's third at bat here in the ball game. He has a single and a strikeout, 1 for 1 or 1 for 2 so far. Left stranded in the first. First pitch is a strike. He struck out in the second inning on 4 pitches. And good play by the catcher there. That is out number 3. And we'll be back. It is still 3-2 Wayne. About 2 games a night is the plan. And good decision on that by Mirror. That ball was away. Hopefully you're enjoying the batter camera here. Part of our test of some of my football coverage that I have not yet announced of what I'm doing yet. However, hopefully you would enjoy it whenever it happens. Be sure to share it. But we'll get all that to you when the time comes. 2-1 count. And this will be an infield fly. Should be an out. That is out number 1.
First out. Up to bat next, number 6, Trevor Mitchell.
So Mitchell coming up to bat. Flew out in the second. Flew out in the third. Both on second out. So probably not the scenario you want to be in right now. But we're going to see what he can do with this. Mitchell doing a good job so far in this ball game. One and one count here for Mitchell. Again, he's had a couple lengthy at-bats here. And we're going to have an error here. No attempt at first. So that will be an error number 4 by Waynesville. So with 1 out, 1 on at first. Breaking ball, that is not going to find the plate, though. This should be Plummer out there. It is Plummer. 2 balls on the at bat right now. Plummer has been hit by a pitch and has flew out to center field. Actually, to left field specifically. Runner did advance on that. I think so. And looking back at first, thinking about throwing the ball, decided against it. Still 1 out. Runner at second. Quick little discussion here, catcher and pitcher. Now, the Tigers do have 9 games this week, so they're going to have to ration out these pitching numbers here. Because you don't want to get in a situation where you just don't have anyone that can pitch due to some of the pitching rules. And that is a strike. It's a 3-1 count here to Plummer. Most pitches Plummer has had. He had 3 pitches in the first, just 1 pitch, then he flew out in the second. Okay, I made a boo-boo here, I think, because we're in the 5th.
Next, number 5 for St. James, Hunter Freeman.
And we'll get a walk out of that.
Number 27, Charles McCormick.
Plummer will get walked on that. Put the things on the wrong side. Runner on first and second here, just 1 out actually. Waynesville Tigers have a 1-run lead. And McCormick 1-1. McCormick has scored. He singled in the 4th. There we go. I put them in the wrong inning for some reason over there. I don't know why I did that, but it's fixed now. Two and 1 count. Pitch is, I would say, on the way, but it is still there. Uh-oh, my camera got bumped. That pitch is caught. That will end the inning. And the double play is going to be enough for the out. Thompson at bat for Waynesville here, starting out the bottom of the 5th. And that ball is going to get away. Thompson, I don't believe he even had a pitch thrown to him last inning there, as the out was at first. 1-1 count makes it 1-2. So Thompson has scored off a walk, and he has struck out in the first. So 0 for 1 in the game. Make it 0 for 2.
First stop of the Tigers. Up next.
And Heberlein coming up to bat.
Heberlein.
Heberlein has struck out twice already in this ball game here. Again, that is number 8, I believe, in strikeouts for St. James. They're doing an excellent job here. Really, both teams doing a good job controlling the batter's foul ball. It's going to be a long strike. So 1-1 count for Heberlein here. And this is popped up high. It's going to be caught by the pitcher. That is going to be an F1. That would be 2 outs in the ball game here. Sutphin coming up to bat. Sutphin struck out in the first. And, well, he made it to second base at some point, so I didn't exactly write down how he got there. But he made it to second base, and then he was stranded. So we'll just put WW on that. That for wasn't watching. That way, if someone looks at it, they know I was not paying attention. First pitch is a ball. And on pitch number 3 here, 1-1 count. That is hammered foul. Off towards the cars, just missed him. So 1-2. Pitch is away. 2-2 count here for Sutphin. Strike. That's another strikeout here for St. James. That will be the end of the second. Flew out to center field in the fourth. And that first pitch is a ball. So here's where you want to get your closer, because you've got 7 innings here. You got an inning and a half, basically. And that will fall as an F7 here. That is out number 1.
And we go with number 7 up the bat.
So
Patrick
Lonning up to bat. He has scored once off a walk, and he was tagged out in the second, trying to steal second, I believe. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's what the paper says, so it's right. 1-1 count here for Lonning. And this might go foul. It is foul. Just a little bit out. Two and two count for Lonning here. And 3-2 count, pitch inside. So next up to bat, Wilson and either Millsap or Pearson, depending on who goes. It's debatable.
As the batter takes his base, up next, number 26, Max Wilson.
St. James will start off with a walk here. The ticker's got some outdated stuff on it. First pitch for Wilson was a ball, I believe. Foul ball. And game time, an hour and 30 minutes right now. Official game time here. And that was close. He is safe over at first. Barely safe. So 2 strikes on Wilson. And this is going to be Sky to catcher with the out.
And with that fly ball, back to the catcher.
And that'll be out number 2.
Thompson keeping runner at first. Up next,
So 2 outs. Lawning remains on first. Millsap coming up to bat. Has yet to use his DH. First pitch to Millsap was a strike, I guess. I didn't hear the count, but doesn't mean a whole lot. Runner safe at first again on the tag. So 2 balls here. So 2-0 count for Tigers here. That is I believe, another ball. So that's a 3-0 count here for Millsap. And strike 1 on that. So 3-1 count for St. James. And Millsap will get the walk. That's his second walk of the game. He has reached base all 3 at-bats so far. 2 of those by walk. Runners on first and second. Hudson up to bat. Hudson, the leadoff batter for St. James. He is, I believe he is 0-3. He made it to first somehow. And I'm not sure how he made it to first, but he was tagged at first eventually, so. That is fair. That is not caught. St. James will tie this up.
Ties up the score. Runners advance.
So that is a double.
Second, and up next to bat, number 23.
So RBI off of that.
With the score tied up.
And Lawning will come in to score. Millsap will move to third. Hudson at second.
Another deep ball.
And that is out.
Shortstop catches it. 3 outs.
His third at bat of the game. Scored in the first. Struck out in the second. Had a single also in the first. And the first pitch is going to be high. Third pitch, 2-0 count. This is going to drop. That's a single.
Line drive to left field up next.
So 2 hits for Althusius in the ball game tonight. Pondrum up to bat. Pondrum has struck out once and was tagged out on a fielder's choice. He was on the wrong end of the fielder's choice, I take it. But runner at first, no outs. Pondrum at bat. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Pitch is high. Tiger's going to have to score 1 to do something here. Foul ball. Because it is tied now, 3-3. So they don't get that automatic free inning, half inning there. They don't have to play in the end of the 7th. They got to score something here and hold St. James to nothing the next top of the half. Foul tip on that. That is number 2. 1-2 count. Tag over to, looks like first is safe. Once the dust settles on that. See if this figure fixes itself. And thrown to first. He is out. So just like that, we got 2 outs now. On the double play.
Shortstop forcing a double play, causing it 2 outs. Number 15 up to bat.
And Warren or Pelkey coming up to bat here. So Pelkey also in the 5th. Or 6th now, I guess. Pelkey struck out. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch is a strike. And 0-2 count here to Pelkey. Pelkey also pitched in this ball game for 2 innings, had 19 pitches. And Pelkey will strike out. That will be the end of the inning. And back here, Heberling now pitcher for the Waynesville Tigers. And the first pitch is off. Mitchell starting off for the 7th. St. James tied it up at the last inning here. That foul ball is going to be out of the fence. A little short on that. So it is a long foul ball for Mitchell. And that pitch is a ball. 2-1 to Mitchell. So Waynesville here, they're going to at least need to hold St. James here. They're going to have to score because you can't end in a tie. Don't work that way. And first batter for St. James will get on base.
21 up next to bat, and that is Drake Plummer.
Tigers had a bit of a roll going the last inning, but a double play by St. James really broke the momentum up. And the pitch is not going to find the spot. Plummer. Oh, that is a strike, I guess. All right, so 0-1 count officially. And this is high. It's going to be into the stands off one of the fans.
Medic to St. James size. I think that man deserves a hot dog.
He got a pretty good little hit down there. So 0-2 count now off of that. That pitch is away. 1-2 count now for St. James Tigers. Plummer has been at bat 3 times. This is his 4th. 2 of the 3 he came out with an out, and he was hit by a pitch in the first. Well, he also made it on base, but he was out. So, again, I have failed to put down how he made it on base, but he did make it on base somehow, but he did get the out.
Another high foul ball. Everybody watch out. His balls are going towards like magnets towards people.
And 2-2 count here for Plummer. This is the 6th pitch of this at bat. Mitchell still at first. And that will make this a full count. And that will be another walk here. So 2 walks
As he takes his base,
back to back.
Everybody's safe now. Up next,
3-3 here.
number 27.
St. James has 2 on. No outs right now. And McCormick coming up to bat. McCormick has struck out. He has singled and scored in the 4th. And then he flew out in the 5th. First pitch is a ball.
Yeah, give Man of Steel a hot dog.
Runner moves over to third. He's out. So tag out
And the runner gets caught going into third.
by Mitchell. So that will be our first out
First out for the
of the inning there.
St. James. Still up to bat, number 27, Charles McCormick.
And St. James will lose temporarily their scoring run at least. Foul ball. Be strike number 1. 1-1 count here for McCormick. Only runner on base right now is Plummer. Plummer at first. Nope. Looks like Plummer has made it to second at some point there, but either way. There's 2 strikes. So 1 and 2 count here. Trying to get this pitch to force a second out. That way you can get a squeeze out to end the inning. And that is going to be low. 2 and 2 count. Trying the best to get that. Runner, that's an error. So we're going to have an error there. Looks like no one arguing.
Moving on to third base. Runner makes it over to first. And up next, number 5, Hunter Freeman.
So runner on first and third now. Still 1 out. Freeman up to the plate. Freeman has struck out once, flew out twice in his 3 at-bats. He's 0-3. Over to second. Runner scored. Runner out at second base. To have out number 2. But St. James does get the go-ahead score here.
What's count, Blue?
And actually, yeah, we're right. No one is on base right now. So Freeman at the plate here. And that will end it.
With that, closing her off, St. James.
Hankins up to bat. Tiger's going to have to get 2 in order to win this game. 1 to force another inning. Preferably a 2-run walk-off to be the simple solution here to end this ball game, but that's a long fence out there, especially out in center field. He did have a couple home runs. Nixa knocked a couple out, but they had the wind helping them. 1-1 count. This is popped up.
Pop up just over second. First up.
And that'll be out number 1. Luke Cassidy should be up to bat. That is Luke Cassidy.
Cassidy.
There we go. We'll fix the bottom. Following this, we'll have the senior night festivities for all of our seniors here for the Waynesville Tigers. One, 2 count now for Waynesville. My pencil is about worn out, about out of lead here, so I don't know how many more innings this pencil has left. Hopefully it has enough. Foul ball back. Count remains 2-2. And that is strikeout number 1 of the inning. That is 9 or 10 in the ball game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Up next
9,
to bat,
10,
Justin
11. That is strikeout number 12 in the ball game for St. James. So again, good pitching for the Tigers here. And that is ball game.
And with that infield fly, third out.
So with that, our final is 3 for Waynesville
4-3, St.
and
James
4 for St. James. Thank you for joining us here. It's been a pleasure, and stick around for senior night in a little bit. We'll be back after this.
Fly away. It's the first time of today.